What's going on, guys? Back with another Wizards video. Now, the 76ers take game 1 by the score of 125 to 118. This was a tough game to lose. I feel like the Wizards, they were definitely in it. They did some good things in that first half for sure. And the second half, you kind of started seeing, the difference between the 1 seed and the 8th seed there. The Wizards started turning the ball over a lot. The 76ers locked in defensively. It was a span where the Wizards turned the ball over 4 times in a row. And that was killer. Especially when you getting later in the game and things slow down. You really need to have go-to guys, and you really need to have a decent offense. And a lot of those flaws started to creep up as things got into crunch time, and the 76ers, began to show some of why they are an 8th seed. Now, in my preview video, I spoke about game keys. First on my list, I said limit turnovers. I just told you guys about how in that second half, it was a span where they had 4 turnovers in a row. Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook both had 6 turnovers apiece. I said they can't come into this game and have 6 turnovers. They turned the ball over in total 15 times. Against an elite defensive team like Philadelphia in Philly, you got to lower those numbers. Philadelphia only had 11 turnovers. You got to lower those numbers. Another thing I said, get to the free throw line. The Wizards had 15 free throws to the 76ers 33 free throws. They didn't pass on that objective either. They didn't get to that key. They didn't get to the free throw line. And my next point was stay out of foul trouble. The 76ers shot 33 free throws in this game. Another key that they did not meet. Not only did they not get to the free throw line as much as they, could have. And you could debate refs and stuff like that. But then you also can't stay out of foul trouble. They go to the line to shoot the ball 33 times. They shoot 70%. They get 23 free points. That's big. When you lose a game by 7 points? Game 2, the Wizards got to adjust. They got to adjust to a lot of things. The 76ers with Tobias Harris dropping 37 points. They did a good job getting Joel Embiid in foul trouble in game 1 in the first quarter. They did a very good job at getting him in foul trouble. He had 3 fouls. He had to sit for a majority of that second half. Issue is the 76ers are used to playing without Joel Embiid because he's, has spurts where he's been hurt. So they're not uncomfortable with him not being on the court. They know how to play with him not being there. Tobias Harris is a guy who stepped up huge. He got 37 points. I don't think the 76ers win this game, honestly, without Tobias Harris' performance. You telling me if Tobias Harris dropping 30-plus points along with Joel Embiid, this series is going to be really tough. You're going to have a lot of issues if you're the Washington Wizards. Joel Embiid dropping 30 points is one thing, but when you have Tobias Harris dropping 37, it's a whole nother story. He had about 28 points at the end of the first half. He was on fire. And then you have, just protecting the three-point line. The 76ers were cold from the three-point line at the end of the first half. They missed some open shots, yes. But that second half, they caught fire a little bit. They really did. They ended up shooting 31%, 10 for 32. But it was a spurt. Like I said, it was just a spurt where they kind of got hot from 3. And that's just not what you need. Because then that opens the floor up for Joel Embiid. And everything just gets 10 times harder. It does. I don't know if Raul Neto should start next game. I think that may be an adjustment you have to make. You may have to go back to bringing Raul off the bench. And maybe give Anthony Gill a look. Get some more length out there. Get some more size out there. Get Anthony Gill out there to try to slow down Tobias Harris or just help when you bring these double teams. The size out there matters when you have three guards out there in Neto and Bill and Westbrook. The size matters when you play a lengthy team like the 76ers. I don't think you can roll with a three-guard lineup. No matter if Scott Brooks feels like it's not the size, it's the heart and whatnot. No, size matters. It definitely matters when you're playing a 6'8" point guard and all these other guys, and you trying to bring double teams, and then you get matches matched up because you know the 76ers are running plays, so guys get mismatched. You got Neto on Tobias Harris, etc. It's tough. I think the Wizards need to get some length out there on the court. Daniel Gafford, he was my X factor in this game. He ended with 12 points and 6 rebounds. He had 5 fouls. He did get in foul trouble. Once again, I will stress, gotta stay out of the foul trouble. Gotta stay out of the foul trouble. Because I feel like this should be really an Alex Len, Daniel Gafford series. Robin Lopez, I don't see him being that effective in this series. He has 6 points with 2 rebounds. But I just don't know how much of his game is, going to be valued in a series like this against a center like Joel Embiid. Even a good backup in Dwight Howard. I'm not sure, but he has to play if Daniel Gafford or Alex Len gets in foul trouble. He's going to have to play. So that's another issue. Davis Bertans, he really boosted the Wizards' three-point percentage. He shot 4 from 8. He shot 50% from the field, 5 for 10. He had 14 points and 5 rebounds. Not a horrible game from him, not a bad game. As long as he's making three-point shots, he's doing his job. That's all he really needs to do. Because we know he's not going to be the best on the defensive end. But if he's making three-pointers, then you live with it. So, he went 4 for 8 from the 3, 5 for 10 from the field. Russell Westbrook. I feel like, and I tweeted this, I feel like he just didn't have that energy that he had against the Indiana Pacers. Where you get the photos, him cheering in the air and all that. It wasn't there this game. And the Wizards feed off of that. The Wizards need Russell Westbrook to be energized, to get hype, start jawing at the crowd, jawing with the other team. The Wizards players feed off of that energy, so when you have flat moments, when the 76ers go on a run, Russ keeps that energy going. He's clapping, he gets the guys involved, he gets some hype still. He keeps them energized, he keeps them locked in and focused. He's the leader of this team, and they feed off of him. And I know he struggled because the 76ers have a lot of length. And the Wizards do not have a lot of shooter, so it shrinks the floor. And when you have a good elite defensive team with length against a team that doesn't have a bunch of shooters or respectable shooters, it shrinks the floor, which makes a game like Russell Westbrook's a lot harder. You can, bother him a lot more. Bradley Beal, I feel like he had a good game. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Shoot 13 from 23 from the field. Only 1 for 6 from 3. And that's back to the issue with three-point shooting. And not really having any other true, really, really good three-point shooters on the team outside of Davis Bertans. Because Garrison Matthews isn't going to get a lot of playing time in this series. I don't know. Maybe he will in game 2. We'll see. But Bradley Beal got to the line 6 times. Made all of his free throws. I mean, guys, it was tough. The Wizards hung in there. They were leading at half. They really did their best. But at the end there, it was just too much Embiid. And it was too many turnovers. The 76ers locked in defensively. Joel Embiid, took the torch from Tobias Harris. And that was what I was worried about. Because when Joel Embiid is out, but you have Tobias Harris going on a tear, what do you think is going to happen in the second half? Joel Embiid only played 10 minutes in that first half. He's going to come back in that second half and he's going to be involved. And he didn't do any damage yet, so he's going to be wanting to do some damage. That's exactly what he did. He ended the game with 30 points. So, it's going to be tough, guys. But, hopefully Scott Brooks has some adjustments for game 2. And they can lock it and steal a game from the 76ers. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think? How did you guys feel about the game? and all of that good stuff. What were your issues? What were some positives, if any? How do you feel about Game 2? And as always, if you guys like the video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.